Yeah, I mean, yeah, stick with it, and just got to be ready when the puck drops. We weren't ready in the first period.
The atmosphere in the building tonight. I mean, what was it like, especially in the third period when things got a little?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen games like that a lot, so it was definitely something I'll never forget. Like I said, it was a fast game out there, intense game. Fans were in the game as well, a lot of emotions, and it was just it was like a playoff game. It was fast, intense, and fun game to be part of. And unfortunately, we came up short, but still some good things we can take out of it.
Nico, you probably were already asked this, but is that probably one of the more frustrating games that you've been in, just having those continual goals overturned?
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely frustrating, 100%, but nothing we can do. Refs make the call, and there's nothing that's going to change it. So we got to stick with it, and I think we did a good job with it, and came up short. And said it before. I think we lost that game in the first period. We were not good enough with the puck and had too many turnovers.
You mentioned it there, just the way you as a team stuck with it after those overturned goals. I mean, is that a positive in a sense, just knowing that you guys can regroup and have that mentality?
Yeah, 100%. But we knew that. It is what it is. Like, refs make the decisions. If it's right or wrong, it is what it is. You can't change it, and you got to stick with it, and you still got to play a hockey game. So.
Erik, is that possibly one of the more frustrating games in terms of seeing 3 goals overturned? Like, have you been a part of anything like that before?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit frustrating. It just seemed like it wasn't quite in control in some ways, you know. Then it got crazy. So I can't really judge the calls or whatever, but it was just it wasn't direct. It was just a little bit of here and there. So that part was a little bit frustrating.
Did you guys get explanations on what was happening in terms of those?
Well, yeah, we did, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You know, everyone's just frustrated, and everyone's got their emotions going, and tough luck for us, tough bounces today, you know, especially on those things. So.
And just tough to have a win streak like that, a historic one, end in that fashion, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna end, it was gonna end like that. You know, just a complete hurricane out there. So, you know, we got to keep our head up high. We battled. It wasn't our best start, and it's a good team that can put the puck in the net. So, getting down 2, and I mean, we fought. We left it all out there, I thought, in the last 2.
Thanks, Erik. Is that, I mean, you've been in the league 10 some odd years. Is that probably one of the more frustrating games? Like, you've been in a lot, but
yeah,
3 overturned is.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been a part of 3 overturned. Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, I have to, the interview earlier, I have to watch them. I'm not sure, but if they call them, they're probably not in. Normally when you have 3, 1 probably does stick, but it is what it is. They played a good game. They blocked lots of shots. Their goalie stood on his head. Pucks just didn't found in. And sometimes it's just puck luck, and the hockey guys, it's hard to win in this league. And for me, the records or streaks or whatever you want to call them, it's kind of just noise, because our end picture is playoffs and winning the last game of the year. So we just don't want anything to creep in, and make sure we come to work, practice tomorrow, and get this thing back on tracks.
You know, it's interesting. I was just talking to Erik, and he said if anything was going to end this win streak, it was a game like that. Is that kind of how you feel about the way you guys were playing?
Yeah, I like how we've been playing. Obviously, our first periods have to get a little bit better. I think we spotted them too, and it's hard to win after that. So we definitely got our looks to tie it and even probably go up, but like I said, some things happen, and sometimes the gods are tricky, and you just gotta keep bringing the effort forth and keep getting better. And like I just told you, like, it's the end picture. So we're just gonna flush this and get ready to go.
So in that sense, how important is a game like the next one?
Well, I think it's massive. I think it's absolutely huge. I mean, that game will show the maturity level in this club, and I've been very, very impressed, but there's going to be times this year where we're going to be tested with adversity, and it's what you do with that, and that will show what a good club is, and you need adversity to go the whole way. So I'm actually excited about it. I'm really excited about it, and we want to get ready and just like I know I keep saying it and it's cliche, but we just want to get better every day.
Lindy, just your thoughts on what you guys went through tonight with the overturned goals?
Well, the overturned goals are. Some of those are 50-50. Some of those you take a chance on. Some of it is what I see or what our guys see versus what they see. I like their penalty killing, so I know the first one was going to be a tough challenge. But I thought when it looked like it was going wide and hit his skate and went back in, I felt we had a chance that didn't prohibit his ability to make a save.
I'm sure you're disappointed, but just, it could have been very deflating, just the way your team kept coming back tonight and trying to tie this game up.
Yeah, the battle was great. We left some good chances out there. Obviously, we, on top of the disallowed, we had 2 or 3 posts that didn't go. That's a hard league. You can lose a lot of different ways. Murray was good for them. They forced us into a couple turnovers. Got to give them some credit right off the bat. I liked our response in the second and third. But you get down against a good team, and they had a lot of numbers back. They didn't give us. They made sure they weren't going to give us anything of too high a quality. But the inside stuff and the low stuff, I felt we had some opportunities to put it away. And I even think you look at Haula's chance. If he gets the shot up, he probably scores on that, and it doesn't come to the kicking motion at the end.
What are your thoughts on Severson's play through these first 28 games?
He's part of the group that's played well for us. I don't really look at an individual's play. I just look at team play. I look at team defense. I look at where our goals against are. We're in the process of putting all the pieces together still. I think he's given us some good play. He scored a heck of a goal the other night. It's not about one person on this team. I said that when we're winning. It's really about the team, and it's not about one individual.
Lindy, how important is the response to this game when you look at what's coming up on Friday? Talking to Brendan, he said it's really going to display, our maturity level, how we, come off of this, winning streak and start over.
Well, all we've talked about is playing our game, and you will take the results. So the challenge is to continue to play our game. I didn't think we were on top of our game in the first period. But I'd like to give Toronto some credit, too. I thought they skated well. They came at us hard. They forced us into some turnovers. And the result was they ended up getting a lead on us. But the answer is, to your question, it's another challenge. Nobody feels good. I don't feel good. That's the first thing I said. I don't like the feeling. I don't like losing. And I know it's been a while, but you don't like that feeling. Now you got to get over that and get ready for your next game, because now it's back-to-back and 3 and 4 and 4 and 6, and we got to be able to answer the bell and continue to prove we can be the team that was able to run all those games together.
Lindy, you've seen a lot of hockey. How many games can you remember seeing the emotion and passion in a building like that in November? Did it feel like a playoff game to you in some ways?
It really did. I said early in the year we got some passionate fans, and I think it was on display tonight. So, the intensity in the building, the atmosphere was awesome. I wish we could have given a better result, but I think, when you look at the entertainment value in the game, there was it was a game that ended up being a pretty exciting game.
Just on Tatar's goal that was waved back, there wasn't a penalty, so were you confused that it was incidental contact?
I mean, again, it's a hit or miss. I mean, if they called it a goal, you may have them challenge. He has to make an effort to get out of the goalie's way. And, it looked like he went into the goalie. So, you could say, well, why didn't they call interference? But it was incidental. So, just another hard play. You don't often see 3 in one game, but we saw a 3 in one game.
The past couple of games, you haven't been pleased with the first period of play from your team. What is it that's, making them play differently in the second and third?
I think if you look at the previous game, I thought we came out well, scored the early power play goal. The period was better. Tonight, I didn't think we skated well right off the bat. We didn't get the pucks quick enough. They won the 50-50 battles. Just all the small details. There's been a little something in different games. Sometimes it's, how quick we move the puck, how fast we play. It's not how fast you skate, but it's really how fast the puck moves and if you can get to spots. And I thought we just looked slow. But again, we rebounded and gave ourselves a real good opportunity to get back in the game.